we're turning on the VOD. Hi, YouTube! I saw this great tattoo today. And it was someone that did Yotsuba. And I have it somewhere in here. And I said, mark my words! I will get a Yotsuba tattoo. Because I will. I promise. Yotsuba was like one of the first animes. I'm joking. One of the first mangas that I read as a kid. And it's such a good series. I was rereading it during the pandemic. And it was just such a good time. It was so good. And I love Yotsuba. And I still am Yotsuba. Like, if I had to say who's my childhood icons, it would be Toru Honda and Yotsuba. 100%. No, I haven't changed at all. So, that's exciting. You get older and you're the same person you were back when you were 5, which definitely is a weird feeling. I wanted to turn on stream today because I have a question. To the public, to myself, I have a question. Why do I like to be sad? I had a very, emo conversation today. And, I was just being an emo bitch. But, I wasn't the cause of the emo. I was just, conversing. And I really got into it. I was like, oh, you think you're sad? Let's talk about sad. And, I really just love sad stuff. I think I've mentioned that here a couple times. But I only listen to sad songs. My favorite songs are sad songs. I love sad stories. I love love stories. I love that love stories involve a level of sadness because they involve rejection and fear. And then they involve overcoming that fear. And I think that's a part of why I love stories, because there's so much fear in telling people that you love them. Especially people that aren't your family, and sometimes even your family, it scares you to tell them that you love them. I try my best to tell people I love them. But that's just because of who I've shaped myself to be as someone who reads a lot of shoujo manga. Today. I started the day with 3 new series. We should talk about them. But it got me thinking, every single bitch in the world is sad. Every single person, I'm not trying to say every single woman, every single person has a bad day, has a sad day. And then I started using the words in my head that was profound sadness. And in my head I was like, ooh, that sounds like wine. That sounds sexy. Delicious. Prosecco. Profound sadness. Delicious. And I don't know why. I don't know why that just sounded so good in my head. What was I about to do? I'm on my notes app and I'm like, why did I want to go on my notes app? I don't know. That's so embarrassing. Why don't I remember? I don't know. I could maybe read a dream to you. I wanted to show you something, but I don't remember what I wanted to show you. Well, I don't have a chat to tell me things, so we're just gonna move on, because I can't remember. I could say my dreams are sad. We could read a dream. I wanted to tell you the manga that I was reading. I don't know why I went to the notes app to look for manga. What the fuck? Okay, so, I started a couple series. What did I start? I kind of told you about 2 of these. I was continuing. A couple series that I started today aren't in my continued reading, so that's fucking rude. I don't know where they went. Oh, here is one of them. Hikaeme ni ite mo kore wa ai by Fujimomo. And apparently they're pretty profound. They've done a bunch of shit. They did Lovesick Ellie. If you've ever heard of Lovesick Ellie, I feel like that's probably the most famous of everything that she's ever done. If you haven't heard of Lovesick Ellie, she's this girl who's obsessed with going on Twitter and writing stupid shit. And this guy is like, "You're weird. It's kind of hot. Let's date." That's kind of how it goes. Oh, wait. She dedicates an entire Twitter account to that guy. And then he finds a Twitter account dedicated to him, and he's like, "You are really weird. Let's date." But I don't know if she tells him about the Twitter account. I feel like she probably didn't, because anime bitches love to lie. Anime bitches love to lie so much, it's a fucking disease. It's crazy. I swear, I thought I was reading something other than that. I also read a chapter of Aishiteru Game, which is the love game, Who Will Win, and that's by Domoto Yuki. And they've done a couple of things, but I'd say, okay, there are things more famous than the love game, but we're gonna ignore them. It's this shoujo about these childhood besties who tell each other "I love you," and whoever gets flustered first loses. Because if you actually end up loving them, then it's like, no, you can't, otherwise you lose the game. And the past couple of chapters, as of motherfucking Christmas and January 16th, have been spicy as fuck. They have been motherfucking picante. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what's going on, but just so you know, the game is getting heated. The game is getting heated! And last chapter, like what? This manga averages about like 30,000 views. Let's just say everyone attended. Everyone attended for chapter 25. Everyone was in full attendance for the steam, the smoke. Anyway, so I was catching up on that. I took a quick dive into this seemingly like short series one-shot called Itadakimasu wa Koi no Aji by Matsumoto Ayaka. It's a shonen AI series by the same person that did Boku no Yome. Boku no Yome no Rainbow na Ai. It's not loading. Whatever. This series that I'm referring to, it's the series where it's like this married couple and they have children, and the wife, she's like a stay-at-home mom, and she's constantly like beating up her husband for never being around, but it's in a cute way because they love each other, and their children are very happy, and like their marriage is very happy, but it just displays the difficulties of being a parent and being in love. And it's written by the same bitch. That's crazy. That's very good, because I really like that romance series. It's a little bland, but I mean the message is so good that I like it a lot. And this one is very gay, which I also like. I like the message of that as well. And we've got ourselves another golden retriever popular baddie. And he's like, "Oh my god, guys, I know I'm like the most popular boy in school, but like look at what I eat in a day." And he's like, "Okay, so what I eat is like cheese chips, milk, and rice, and then you mix it all together and you eat it." And everyone's like, "That sounds disgusting. That sounds very disgusting, very unhealthy, very processed." And this boy, he hears him and he's like, Wait a damn minute. And he's like, "You're disgusting. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to fraternize with you at all." And he's like, "Okay, well, bitch, if you think I'm disgusting, why don't you feed me? Why don't you make me a lunch?" And he's like, "Is that a challenge? Because I accept. And so he starts making him lunches. And all of a sudden, this girl who likes golden retriever boys, like, "Hey, Bessie, I'm your girlfriend. Let me make you lunch. I'm your girlfriend." He's like, "Bestie, you're not my girlfriend. Bestie, you're not my girlfriend, and also, no one can replace this man. This man is the only one that can make me lunch. And Mr. Cooking Man, he hears that and he's like, excuse me, bitch. I'm the only one that can make you food? Okay, if I'm the only one that can make you food, how about I quit? And so they have this awkward tension. And then he quits. So much to happen in one chapter, which is why I think this is a very short series. I'm like, that's just too much drama for one chapter. This shit is something that's supposed to come out of its ass at, like, chapter 8, chapter 10. So, anyway. He's like, I'm not making you lunch. It's too awkward. So he doesn't make him lunch for a while. He doesn't make him lunch. And then all of a sudden, people are asking Golden Retriever Boy, like, oh my god, Golden Retriever Boy, you don't eat lunch anymore. And he's like, no, I don't. No, I don't eat lunch anymore. And then all of a sudden he goes, he faints. He faints. And everyone's like, Golden Retriever. Oh my god. Someone's taken to the nurse. And little, like, cookie boy goes, I'm a chef. I can take him to the nurse. And they go. They go to the nurse. The nurse berates him, and he's in bed, and Chef Boy's like, are you okay? And why aren't you eating? And, like, take care of yourself, you know? What is going on with me? He's like, you know what? The reason why I'm not eating is because you're not making me lunch, and because the only person that can make me lunch is you, because I like you. I am in love with you. And you're like, hello? Hello, him? Mr. Chef? You're in love with Mr. Chef? And he's like, I'm in love with you. And you're like, this is a lot for chapter 1. This is a shit ton for chapter 1. And then they make out. And you're like, you're gonna give me what I want that quickly? Thank you so much. But also, are y'all going a little fast? Like, I thought he was sick. I thought he had just fainted. Why does he need a kiss right now? And the nurse comes in and they're like, oh, that nurse could be homophobic. And they hide under the bed. And they're like bundled up together, like spooning underneath this bed. And you're like, you guys went from strangers to acquaintances to fighting to making out and spooning. Hello? And that was the last one that I read. I'm joking, because that's not the last one I read. The last one that I read, because there's 3 more. I said I read 3 things today, and I just gave you 3 things, and I have 3 more. そうして僕らは笑い合う. This one only has 2 chapters, and this is by Ion Q. Let's see what Ion Q has done, because apparently everyone has done something. And Ion Q has done 3 other series, and they look familiar. Because the art style looks familiar. Kimi no nioi ga suki. I like your smell. That's hot. By the way, this is gay. I think all 4 of them are gay. And this one's called Harukawa-kun to Yuki Sensei no Fudanchi Jijo. That sounds familiar, maybe? I don't know. This one doesn't even have a description. It's just like, I hope you enjoy. I've never seen that before. But anyway, this one, I honestly wasn't paying that close attention when I was reading it. A childhood friend who has an unrequited love for many years is dating another childhood friend. Unable to heal the wounds of his broken heart, Takashi, who is suffering alone on the rooftop, is suddenly joined by Yota, who appears in front of him. After meeting Yota, Takashi gradually becomes more positive. It's a story of 2 clumsy people who meet after school. I do remember this now that I'm reading it. So, Bestie, our Glasses-kun, our resident Glasses-kun, is emo as fuck because his childhood crush is dating his other childhood friend. His childhood best friend and crush is dating his other childhood friend. And he's like, okay, well, this sucks. My life is awful and difficult. And another golden retriever boy. Like, when I say golden retriever, just know that they're blonde. And that they're probably from America or the UK or whatever. And this blonde bitch is like, oh my god, don't jump! Because because they're on the rooftop. They're on the rooftop, and he's staring at his, like, 2 childhood friends, being like, oh, woe is me. Whoa, you're so far. And Mr. Golden Retriever's like, don't jump! And he's like, bitch, I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna jump. What are you to assume? And then he's like, oh my god, you weren't? Oh my god. You're just up here chilling? I'm up here chilling. We have so much in common. Do you want to go get lunch? Do you want to eat lunch right up here? Do you just want to stare at the sky? And it's like, damn. That was fast. My thing is pulling on my hair. This is I'm unable to work in these conditions. And so, they're besties for now. It's going pretty slow. And that's the one that I read. And then I read another chapter. Well, I read the newest chapter of Yancha Garu no Anjoru-san. I love my Japanglish that I'm going on with. And this one is by Yuichi Kato. And Yuichi Kato has done 2 other series. And her most famous series is Yancha Garu. And she's also done they've also done another series called Just Flirting with the Cute Annoying Kohai. So this fits under Don't Mess With Me, Don't Mess With Me Nagatoro-san. It's literally the same fucking thing. Except they're dating. And I don't actually know anything about Nagatoro-san, but I'm like 75% sure that series just keeps going on with her pissing that guy off until they graduate. I feel like they'll never find love, but maybe that's just me being cynical. Gonna pin that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgina. Do we like the strands? Do we think I look like a pick-me, or what? Do I even have enough strands to make this work? I don't know. Anyway. You'd have to read this series to figure it out. I'm not going to explain it to you because I already explained it. You don't need to know more. You need to know more, go read it. Oh, I hate that little lump. Whatever. The last one was called Haru to Arashi by a person named Ayuko. And I haven't really read much of it. I just started and I'm on chapter 1. And there's 8 chapters and it's a very short one-shot. And this person writes a bunch of famous shit. They have literally had a serialized anime. Okay, Ayuko. Because she wrote Okami Shoujo no Kuro. Like, okay. Like The Wolf and the Black Prince. The Wolf and the Black Prince, I think that's what it's called. You guys know it. It's on Hulu, bitch. It's like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's that ugly bitch show that you're always looking at and you're like, if I'm ever desperate for love, I'll go there. I've been desperate, and I have watched it a couple times. But, like, probably, like, 1 episode or 2. And it's this show with, like, the most annoying protagonist. And the, like, main male lead is a piece of shit. He's the worst piece of shit I've ever met. And he's just like, cook for me, clean for me, make me a sandwich. Why aren't you hanging out with me? Why aren't you spending time with me? Ugh. I have to protect you from these gang members? That's your fault. You better pay me back for protecting you. It's like, he is trash. But this is written by Hata Ayuko. There's no way these are written by the same bitch. There's no way! Guys, they're trying to confuse me. They don't know what's the truth. Because there's too many series under this for it all to be written by the same Ayuko. Like, there's this other Ayuko series that's written by Hata Ayuko. But is this even written by Ayuko? I think we're getting into a situation where we're confused with what's written by what and by who. But we've discussed it. We've understood the fact that we might have made a mistake, and at this point, let's just fucking move on. So, It looks like they wrote this series called Shimotsuki Sensei. Yeah, Shimotsuki. I don't fucking know. No, Amakunai, Renai Koza. I don't fucking know what that says, but good luck. Kurihara Airi is part of the student council. She's an excellent student. It's very good grades, but she's very bad when it comes to love. Good for her. So far, I read the first chapter of this, and it had a very, or I read the first chapter of Haru to Arashi, and it was very cliche and lame. Like, the first chapter was, oh my god, I have a crush on my high school teacher. Then I find out I meet this one boy who's a piece of shit and super annoying. Then I ask him to go away, and I say, I'm gonna go confess my love to my high school teacher. And then I meet my high school teacher's girlfriend. And then boy is there to protect me when my teacher asks me, oh, what are you doing on this side of town? And then he says some lie. And we are now caught in a lie together. And as we're taking the train home, I look at him and I'm like, that was so crazy, isn't it? My teacher has a girlfriend. Our teacher has a girlfriend. Ha ha ha. And then she starts sobbing in the train and he starts holding her and consoling her. That is something that I can recite perfectly because it happens in every single fucking manga. Because it's not original and it's honestly like one of my lesser favorite like cliches. So yeah, that happened and I'm not that into it. So we'll see if something fun happens. I was honestly waiting for his reaction and now I can't remember his reaction, so it might not have been that interesting. But it was something dumb like make me a sandwich. I'm such an asshole. Probably wasn't specifically quote unquote make me a sandwich, but for me I'm like make me a sandwich. Oh, okay. So, what had happened was that she had made her teacher a scarf, and she wanted to give it to him and tell him that she loved him. And then he had a girlfriend, so she was like, I'm not giving him the fucking scarf, he doesn't deserve it. And also, like, I shouldn't. Like, it's morally wrong. And then he's like, oh my god, are you crying? Brr, it's cold in here. I wish I had a sweater on the train. The train is so cold. If only one could save me with a beautiful scarf. And she's like, you mean like the scarf that I made for that teacher? He's like, yeah, give it over here. So it is the equivalent of make me a sandwich. Oh my god, you made that sandwich for someone? I'll take it. Ugh. As you can maybe, I hope you would know already, but maybe I'm just a genius, and maybe you've just never divulged into shoujo manga in your life. But in case you haven't, let me just tell you, shoujo manga is some of the most sexist shit I've ever consumed. And you know why I consume it all the time? Because I love love. I love drawings, I love love, and I'm willing to look past it as long as I acknowledge that the shit that happens in it is sexist. I can still have my fun. But, oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what? Is it illegal for women to make men's scarves? No, but it should be. It should be illegal for women to make men's scarves who they haven't ever confessed to, talked to, spoken to. It's like, girl, you're doing too much for someone who doesn't even know you exist. And why? It's because you think you have to in order for them to get to notice you. Because why? Because people don't notice you unless you give them everything of yourself. And you know why? It's because they don't respect you. And you know why? It's because people are fucking sexist. So, I gave you my spiel. Did you need all of that? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, but I gave it to you. It was a gift, free of charge. Good luck. Take it. Take it. Drop. What else do we have on the menu? I don't know. I'm looking at this one. This one had boobies, and so I was like, I must click on it. Otaku no tonari wa efuru desu ka? All I understood is this really an elf? I don't know. Oh, this is by the reason why I favorited this is because it's written by the person that did Hajimete no Gyaru. It's written by the person that did Gyaru Sensei. And I'm into big titties. This is another artist that has a serialized anime, so look at me. My taste is so good. I'm into the people that get the money. I'm so special. But you know what should get an anime that hasn't gotten an anime and deserves it? Fucking Sweat and Soap. Sweat and Soap deserves an anime. And also, this is something that I could probably make an entire video about because I feel like it deserves it. But the Horimiya anime adaptation was literally not good. It was a disappointment and a disgrace to all Horimiya fans. And the fact that it exists only means one thing, is that Horimiya was acknowledged enough to get an anime, and they were given money. But were they given enough money? Were they given enough acknowledgement? Were they given the tools to make a quality show? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. So they might as well not have taken the offer, because it was not good enough. It was not good enough. And I've been waiting 10 years for my Horimiya anime, and it came out, and it was bad. You know what was better than the Horimiya anime? The Horimiya OVA. You know what's better than the OVA? The manga. You know what you could do if you ever want to get a quick glimpse of what Horimiya looks like? Just watch the OVA. Watch the OVA. It's great. It's so cute. It's so dainty and adorable. And it looks good. It looks quite good. That was a passion project that I could get behind. And the manga is also very, very, very good. If I could go to Japan and if I could live in Japan just for the opportunity to go to a Horimiya collab cafe, I would live in Japan for that, because I would love to go to a collab cafe for Horimiya. But I don't know how that shit works, so maybe I could plan a trip around it. I don't really know how they work, but if they gave me like a 6 months in advance notice, maybe I could buy a ticket and then go, because I love that shit. I also want to go to a Fruits Basket one, and if any of you guys like Emirichu, the YouTuber who does animatics on her life, and she's recently taken vlogging up to like slow down the animating time. She has been going to collab cafes a lot recently, and she has a couple videos on her collab cafe experiences. And she went to this collab cafe for Fruits Basket in Osaka, and it was probably like the best merch I've ever seen, and I got so excited and jealous that I wished I was there, because she had posters that I wished I had, because I don't know how to get Fruits Basket posters like the ones that she got, because they were like the OG 2001 art style posters, and I was like, this is criminal that I don't own these. Like, I had to make my only Fruits Basket thing. I painted that thing on my wall. You can't see it, it's there, I promise. And then there's no other Fruits Basket. But Fruits Basket is objectively more important to me than Princess Mononoke, Ponyo, or motherfucking Howl's Moving Castle. All of those movies are not my faves. They aren't my faves. You know what is my fave that I didn't want to put on my wall? Whisper of the Heart, from Up on Poppy Hill. Those are my faves. Nausicaa, that's my fave. You know why I didn't want to put it on my wall? Because I have the posters already in my childhood bedroom. And I didn't want to have two of the same posters. So when I go back to my childhood bedroom, I'll take those posters and put them on my wall of this apartment or another apartment. I'll figure it out. Probably another apartment, because this apartment's a little small. I'm running out of wall space. But, I had a big enough wall to put all 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31 pieces of art on the wall. I had enough space for 31 pieces of art for the wall, so that's good enough for me. That's a lot of wall space. I used up all of my wall space with art, and I don't regret it. It was a great idea. And I love my wall. Hi, ladies! You see them? You see Pepper. There is an Emma right next to a Pepper, but you can't see Emma because Emma didn't want to be on camera today. But I could probably edit it. I could probably, like, move. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them. They're so cute. Hi, guys. You're so cute. Are you cute? Hi, babies. Why did you get up? Why'd you get up? Why'd you get up, baby? Baby! Hi, babies! Hi, babies! Oh my god, they are the cutest! I have cute cats! I have cute cats! Oh my god! I wanted a hot dog real bad. Oh, I don't like this angle anymore. Now that I'm like relaxed, I'm so foreign. Good, most fun I ever had, and I'd do it over and over and over again if I could. Why does it feel so good? Okay. Now that we've done all of that, I